Hi.
Can I talk to you? You're Monique, right? Monica, yes. I talked to you on Monday, I think, right? Can I talk to you really fast?
You can talk to me.
Okay. So we're here. Remember I talked to you and I told you about beds and shelters? Mm-hmm. So we found some beds. So there are at least 10 beds available for women at 55 Brennan Street. Okay, and there's at least 5 beds available for men at the Salvation Army on Union Street in front of the police department. So what we want to do is make sure that you guys are aware of these beds, that we've talked to them, so they are expecting people to show up, hopefully, and take advantage of these beds. What we're also here to tell you is that if you guys are not willing to accept these beds, we are going to start citing people for trespassing on this lot right here. And we are going to start coming with any vehicle that shouldn't be here. Okay, so we're just here to let you guys know about these beds. I told you we would try to find some. We did. I'm here to let you guys know where they're at and that they are available. The shelters do know. We've contacted them. They are expecting you guys. We hope that you guys do start taking advantage of that. But if not, people are going to start getting cited for trespassing. And
This is private property. This is public property.
I know, that's why you guys are going to start getting cited for that. It's city property.
How long are these beds available for?
So we talked to them on Monday. So they've been waiting for you guys to show up since Monday.
This is the first time we're hearing about this.
Yes, because this is the first time I'm here talking to you guys about that. The 55 Brennan Street address is that new shelter. They are open between 5:15 and 6:15 for women only. The shelter across the street, Salvation Army for the police department, they start serving dinner at 5:30, and that's when their doors open for anybody that may need. The doors do close at 8. So you guys have a little bit, or the men have a little bit longer time to be able to go in there and get this.
And what time, because I do work too and I go to school, so what time does the Brennan Street, there's a few people in here that work, so what time does the Brennan Street shelter close? What are the accommodations for that?
So, like I said, walk-ins are between 5:15 and 6:15 p.m., but they are also expecting you guys, so they know that if we call, because we have people that want to take advantage of their services, they will open the door.
Because I do night shift, so and a few of us do night shift too.
Okay, so what's night shift?
Night shift would be like in between 11 and 4 sometimes,
11 p.m. to 4 a.m.? Okay. So during the day you would need the shelter, right? Okay, so we can talk to them. You can go over there and make those arrangements with them since you do work. Where do you work at?
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm just wondering because Monday you said you didn't work and that you would.
I didn't tell you I didn't work. You asked me. No, you didn't. You asked me if I was willing to work.
Yes,
you asked me.
yes.
You didn't ask me if I worked or not. You asked me if I was willing to work.
Yeah, you said you were a full-time student. You were stressing because you don't have a job.
I didn't say I was stressing because I did not say that.
Okay. All right. So So, like I said, I'm here to offer you those beds. I would like to talk to the men so that this message can get, or whoever else is in there, so that there is no misunderstanding.
I'll let them know.
Well, I would prefer to do it myself so that I can explain everything to them, so that if we do end up having to cite anybody, we know what was told to them. There's no misinformation.
And there's some gentlemen too that are at work right now that.
Okay, that's fine. So there's nothing we can do about the men that are not here. Okay, the people that are here, there's nothing that we can do about that.
Is the place you're talking about, is it 24 hour or only after 5 or something like that? And when do they have to leave?
Which one?
The 55 Brennan.
That's for women only.
And is that 24 hours?
That is 24 hour if you are enrolled in their program. Otherwise, it's for the night.
And are they willing to facilitate, because we were told that this elderly man that's in a wheelchair is not able to
stay at Salvation Army. We asked on Monday, I think it was, but they said because he's not self-care enough, he can't stay there. He's able to go there during the day, and we've taken him the last 2 days there.
Okay.
So, I mean, I guess we'll try to talk to them again.
They never mentioned to us that they had available beds either when we went there.
When did you go?
We went there. We dropped this man off every single day in a wheelchair.
Okay, so when did you guys go though?
Every single day.
So yesterday at noon, Monday, we went first thing in the morning, and they wouldn't let him in yet until 10 for their day program. Yeah.
Yes. So they are a night shelter. So they do, like I said, they feed dinner at 5:30. and then that's when the doors open for the shelter. Everybody does have to leave in the morning, but they can go back at night.
What time do they need to leave?
I'm sorry?
What time do they need to leave in the morning?
I think they leave by 8, 6, or 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm not real sure on that time. That's, their
And how much possessions are they allowed to bring in? Are they allowed to access their possessions while they're
They
there?
are allowed to access the possessions. I don't know how much they're supposed to have. That's up to them. They do have a day center that does open at 10 o'clock in the morning. There are services available for the people that use the day center there. You don't have to be a member or somebody using the shelter to go and use the day center. They do have rules. So if a person does become disruptive, they will ask them to leave. And if, it gets way too out of control, they will call us to have these people removed. So there are rules that need to be followed.
Right. One concept, just making sure people are available to be somewhere 24 hours a day without, being approached and told they can't be there.
Yes.
So do you see this as something that can accommodate? There's, a good 20, 25 people in here.
As far as to have the shelter, have them stay there?
Where people can be 24 hours a day, day and night. If all the ladies could be in that place 24 hours.
Got it. Yeah. 55 Brennan is like that if you are enrolled in their program. They do have a program that you can enroll in. And that is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week program, and you can stay there. The shelter on Union Street does not have anything like that. So when in the morning you are asked to leave, you do need to leave.
What's the name of the Brendan Street one?
Grace Harbor.
Grace Harbor?
Yeah.
Is that a church?
Yeah, our understanding is that there's some strict no contact with family members at some of those.
If you're part of the program, probably, I think so.
Okay.
But
so
that's
it's not
something
really
that you would
meant-
have to talk to them about.
So there's also, a couple with a child who would like to stay together. Are there any options for
The
them?
Salvation Army has family rooms.
Okay.
Grace Harbor, 55 Brendan is women only. Women or women and children.
Maybe.
And so as far as...
That I wouldn't be able to answer you, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's a resource for men. Not necessarily for women.
So what do you suggest though? They say there's no beds. There's 10 of us. There's only 5 beds. So just what we'll do.
Honestly, I can't suggest anything. I'm just informing you guys of the resources that the city's offering you guys. If you guys have any other questions, then I can't answer those questions. You would have to go and talk to the city council, that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're here just to let you know on the men's side. She's talking about the women, but obviously there's other, shelters out in the county, city, that kind of stuff. You guys can reach out. But in the city itself, the one I can point you guys out is Salvation Army.
So let's just say there's no beds, right? Where can we camp? Where is it legal to camp?
I can't tell you that.
No?
That's not up.
So no matter where I go, you will show up and kick us out.
Most likely, yeah. Based on the rules, regulations, and laws that are established.
So you still have to post. I understand that, but we're still gonna take legal procedures.
Okay, that's fine.
And we're gonna probably file an injunction, maybe.
That's fine.
So, but
That's fine.
you still have to post. Before you start citing people, you have to post. Notices. Not give notices verbally.
Okay. So, like I said, there are those beds. If people are not willing to accept it, they will start being cited for trespassing.
And so what if there's way more people than because we have motels right now that people are at and that are going to be evicted in a few days. So we need to make sure that those people who are in these motels are able to have a place to keep warm and have a warming center.
Correct.
You guys don't provide warming centers because, when it rains, what are we supposed to do? Where are we supposed to go when it rains?
So
if
my
there's no
understanding
place?
is if the people are the ones coming from Monterey, they refuse the services, the hotels that
it's-
Monterey County was
No,
offering.
they're coming from. No, they're coming. They only gave these services for 4 days.
Okay.
Okay, so which means that if they're needing to, they're going to have to come back this way. This is where they live. This is where we reside. They don't like right now. My cousin's up there and she's calling me, asking me where do I go to eat? Where do I go to eat? You know, and she doesn't have any money in her pocket. You know, so I'm gonna have to send somebody up there to bring her some money and to bring her back here.
Okay.
You know, so you got to understand, like the city of Monterey County is putting us in a big predicament. We don't want to be right here. We want to be home on the river. That's where I call home. You know, and we don't want to be right here. We want to be left alone. But this is where we're at. You know, and so there's way more people than you probably think that there is, but there's a lot of people. There's actually 200 people that are not here right now that should be right here supporting this. You know, and until our city can actually do something and get people to understand that this is a big predicament that's going on all over the town. You know, and citing people. Now you give me a citation, right? How am I supposed to pay that when you know my predicament, when you know that I'm homeless, when you know that I'm out here? You know, and when you guys get into office or become an officer, you guys take an oath to protect. I pay taxes. You guys are public servants. You guys are. I understand. Like, thank you guys for coming down here and letting us know this information that there are beds available. I do appreciate that. And at the same time, this is a bigger thing than you really expect, because tomorrow, if I go today and I get a place in there, and then tomorrow, when it rains and I'm not able to either get to work or where am I going to put my possessions? I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a place to put my possessions or whatever. How do I know that my things are safe? How do I know when I do get off work that I'm able to sleep somewhere? You know, like I just got taken out of my comfort zone. You know, and I'm pissed about it.
And like I said, both shelters do have services and programs that can help with long-term.
They're also part of Teen Challenge, and I don't believe that any adult facility should have anything to do with nothing named no Teen Challenge.
So, Greg's Harbor is associated with Teen Challenge. The Salvation Army is not. They're associated with Encompass.
I understand.
Okay?
I know what
so they'll be able to help you with long-term services with whatever you are needing. Okay, so now going back to a little bit about what you said, I'm here to serve and protect.
Yes.
We're not here because we are here and we want to harass you guys. We're here because the neighbors are the ones calling us.
And we've got a lot of neighbors supporting us
too. Yes, I know, but what am I supposed to do when the neighbor calls me and tells me that this is set up?
You know, this is set up, but are we bugging them? Are we being annoyed? Are we in their way? Are we harassing anybody? Are we asking for money? Are we doing any of that? No, we're not. I don't know if any of the neighbors have said, "Oh, our vehicles are being broken into today because of this campsite." It's not happening.
They don't have to say that.
Okay.
That you're associated with?
You know, they don't have to say that.
Organization?
You know, we've had people that were able to come here and park when they wanted to go use the levee. Now they can't do that.
We can make it smaller.
Would like to have homes, but they don't. But this is where they're at. And resources should help people all the way, not take them part of the way and then drop them. People need help to get back on their feet. Not say, we're going to take you here, but you're on your own after this. So yeah, you can give them a place to sleep, but what about that after? You know, they're going to have to take their property with them. You can't go to your job with all your property. You can't go look for work for all your property.
Okay, and like
people need a place to be. And they are part of the community. They still are residents. Even though whether it's in a tent or in a building, they're still residents that should still be treated as human beings. Because they're still part of this community.
And I don't want to be told what time to come home and what time not to come home. I shouldn't have to be told what time to go in and what time I shouldn't go in. You know?
Dude, the city can't provide people with housing.
The city
shouldn't have them leave where they're at.
There's a thing called Great Key. Isn't there a key program? It wasn't our city giving a lot of money to help the homeless? Well, here we are. We're saying help. We don't want to. We want to be able to do for ourselves efficiently, you know, for real. But not have to go into some shelter that's orientated by some Jesus God loving shelter where I have to go to church every freaking week. I'm a spiritual person. I don't believe in Jesus. You know.
Alright, so is there any way that we can talk to the rest of the people that are inside your...
If they were willing, they want to come out here and talk to you, I mean, that's up to them.
Okay, can we go ask them?
I'll go ask.
Do you have a business card or anything? Yep. Either of you, both of you, may I have one?
If they want to come out, they can. If not, they're certified. They don't have to do that.
Okay. So those people don't want to come out and talk to us?
We'll let them know.
Okay, so they don't want to come out. You guys are not willing to wake them up and have them come out and talk to us?
I don't want to make this all.
Yeah.
Okay. So as long as we know that you guys don't want to wake them up to have them come out and
We're
talk
not
to
saying
us.
we're not gonna take these services. I'm just trying to let you know from our perspective of where we're coming from.
Okay.
So I'm not saying we're not accepting them or we're not gonna accept them. Maybe some people do want to accept it. That's fine. But I have my own beliefs, you know, and that's where I stand.
Okay. So
And thank you.
okay, so you understand what the process will be from here on out.
Okay, and do you understand that we will file a
Yeah, no,
an
that's
injunction?
fine. That's
Okay.
fine. If you're right, you guys
So
can
that's
absolutely
fine.
do that.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions for us before we leave?
Oh, when is it supposed to start? Tomorrow?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. Without a proper legal notice?
I'm here to let you guys know
You need to
that
Right.
if we don't go to these, that if people are not willing to take these beds that are available, people are going to start getting cited for trespassing. Okay?
So then that's not really
Okay.
giving notice.
Yeah, you need,
Right.
you need to post
That's
them.
correct.
It's
Okay.
harassing. Correct.
Business card maybe before you go, please?
It is correct.
Thank
Tell
you.
our city councilman that they
Thank
need
you.
to start using our money for different things.
Thank you.